It's time to get real this Christmas and enjoy the things that matter. I'm Michaela Clark of declutteringyou.com and I'm here to help you simplify your Christmas. Every episode, I'll be here to give you one quick, easy Christmas hack designed to help you simplify your holiday season and find the fun again. Let's go. And welcome to this will be a party episode of Hack the Holidays, because I know a lot of us have to plan and host some parties. And for some of that is the joy of the year. For others like myself, it can fill me with nights of dread. So I thought I would get the chief party dude from the Party People, Dean, to come on and tell us all about how to hack hosting a party. And he has 3 great tips to cut down the stress. Thanks for joining us today, Dee. Now, firstly, I've got to ask, what is the worst or best Christmas party you've ever been to?
I've been to a few parties, and I think one of the best ones was the ones that we had at the Party People. Actually, we had a Christmas party and we made it dress up, and as you can understand, all my staff went all out, and so we got some really cool costumes in there. Most of them homemade, which was pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, we had karaoke and we had activities and all sorts of stuff. So it was just a really fun night. And yeah, it was really good.
I guess you being in the party business, people will have high expectations whenever you put on an event, I'd imagine.
Yeah, always. And it's I love it. I love it. It's not like it's pressure, but certainly there is that pressure there anyway, where people expect me when I go to a party that I'm going to be the best dressed, or, it's going to be a massive party if I'm hosting it. So there's that extra expectation, but, I love the challenge, and I love to throw a good party.
Awesome. Well, I'm hoping you can share with us some hacks today on how we can make party planning a little bit simpler, and what are some things we can do beforehand or with others to help make the whole party hosting a lot easier, because there's so much happening this time of year. We don't really have a lot of spare time or money. Yeah. So I'd love to know some of let's 3 hacks that you have for being a party host this Christmas.
Look, I think the first one I think of, which it comes first to mind, is doing the invitations. I think today less people are probably making those invitations and they're doing something digitally. And I think that's, a really cool way now to invite all your guests. A lot of people use Facebook. That's probably the obvious one that people use. But there's this other cool app called Hobnob. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. It's there's a couple of different apps that do it, but basically you can download the app and, you can design your invite and then SMS it to all your guests, and it manages a mailing list and things like that. So you can work out who's coming and who's not. So there's like a few new cool things in technology, and I think that's the key to organising good parties, making sure you know who's coming and how many people, and being able to manage that effectively, because, you spend a lot of time, if you have to call everyone or SMS and following up, and there's just some really good apps out there now that help you manage all of that.
Yeah, that's really cool, because I know I'm always terrible at ringing people back or SMSing if I RSVPing. So if it makes it super easy, if it comes on my email or my text, and I can straight away send back a yes or no, that makes it so much easier. And then, of course, planning's easier because you have accurate numbers and you can budget accordingly. So I'm big for and look, a lot of them you can personalise as well. So it's not like they're impersonal anymore by just sending one on the computer. So that's a great. And what was that app called again?
Hobnob.
Hobnob. Okay.
That's an SMS version, I think. They so you actually you can grab a photo, stick it in there, and you can draw all over it and put, you're invited to my party or whatever you want to put on it, and yeah, you can just basically personalize it and then SMS it to all your friends.
Cool. I love that. All right. What's the next thing? I know I always get stuck on decorating and I just don't know what to do and never have the time. So is there some hacks around that you can suggest?
Yeah, I think the best one is to involve the kids in the actual process of decorating, like particularly for Christmas parties. I love the idea of making your own bonbons, for example, like you can get all the bits and pieces together, and you can get the kids to sit there and, for a few hours, maybe even, to make all the bonbons for everyone. Then you don't have to buy them. It's much cheaper, and you keep them occupied for a little while. So, you might need someone to supervise and make sure they're looked after, but you can probably do that with one person with a bunch of kids, and they'll have fun doing it, and they'll be pumped about, cracking open their bonbons. So the whole idea of getting the kids involved in the the decorating, I think, is a great way, to manage party. It's a great hack. I think it's something that I know we do it all the time with our parties. So it's certainly something I think people should do.
Yeah, I love anything that involves delegation. So it's something I don't have to do. And I know my 3 boys absolutely love decorating the house when we have a party, except then they go start having streamer fights and all sorts of things. But if I can keep them on task, it always comes out well in the end. Okay, so we've got the decorations, we've got people coming. Now, it's all about atmosphere, isn't it, at a party? So what's some easy ways we can create some atmosphere at our party? Because we don't want it being the same as all the other Christmas parties around. So what's some easy ways we can create our own sort of feel to the party?
Yeah, I think this is one of my favorite ones because it's I used to be a DJ back in the day, actually. And music was always something. When I had a party, I had to make sure the music was perfect. So I spent hours, creating playlists and putting it all together so it was perfect, so it could be exactly how it was. And then as a DJ, I always found that on the night, things don't always go to the timings that you expect and the way that you want. So you end up switching your playlist on the night and you spend a lot of time managing your music. So I think today the best thing you can do, which is a nice little hack, is, stream a playlist from online. There's some great ones out there and they're usually pretty good. Whether it's just dance music and you could have 3 or 4 playlists lined up with different genres that you want to play through the night, or if it's just Christmas carols, you can stream them. Things like YouTube's a great one. If you've even got the technology all worked out where you can stream it to your TV, you can even play the Christmas carols on your TV and have all the bits playing in the background, so you get a really good Christmas vibe. Another one's Spotify. It's a pretty good one. But even if you just Google Christmas playlist, there'll be tons that come up, and you can just stream something from there. I think that's a great one because just the amount of time I've spent mucking around with music at parties over the years, and I wish the technology was available back then. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm a big Spotify fan. I know I went to a party recently, and it was a 70s party, and they were talking about how they spent so many days putting this playlist together. And I'm like, why didn't you just Spotify 70s, playlist? And they just looked at me blankly as if to say, what? You mean like it's already automatically done? I'm like, yeah. So that was a game changer for them. And I know I love hosting a bit of a theme party, so I'm always using it for 80s music. And I love it that you can have, with Christmas playlists, you can have like old ones or new ones, or you can mix it up. So it's a lot of fun. And the other thing is, when you're at a party, you don't want people necessarily playing with your equipment and changing CDs over and all that sort of stuff either. So you can
painful.
Just set it, hide your phone, and then you know what, as the host, you get to play your music all night and no one can change it.
That's it. And if someone comes and requests something that's left field that you don't want to play, you can just say, look, we're just going with the playlist, you can just hide behind the playlist.
That's it. Put a password on your phone, make sure no one can unlock it, and that's how it'll go for the night. So, well, thank you for those 3 hacks. I think that they will make a big difference to some party hosts this year, and especially those that perhaps might leave it to the last minute. So thanks again for your time, Dean. I hope you and your family have a Merry Christmas.
No worries. Thanks, Eves. Thanks for having me.
It's time to embrace a perfectly imperfect Christmas. Head over to declutteryou.com/Christmas hacks to grab a free copy of the Hack the Holidays Handbook to help you get organised, simplify, and actually enjoy your Christmas this year.